Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Madam Secretary, you were both a state and federal prosecutor. Did you ever approve or sanction investigations that allowed gun walking?
No, not to my knowledge. No, not to my knowledge. No, not to my knowledge.
When did you learn of Fast and Furious for the first time?
I learned of it after the death of Agent Terry.
And when did you learn that gun walking was part of Fast and Furious?
I would say sometime between his death and the early spring. I would say I'm not commenting to this one. I'm not second-guessing Fast and Furious.
Everyone else has second-guessed it. The Attorney General has said there were problems. The President has said there were problems. So I'm not asking you to say anything they haven't already said. Do you agree there were problems with Fast and Furious?
I thought you were asking a much more specific question. But what I would say is, obviously, there were problems with Fast and Furious.
What were those problems?
Well, obviously, you don't want to let guns with the kind of firepower that we now know were involved to get out of your control.
Well, I'm asking you as a former prosecutor who did T3 cases, the Department of Justice has to approve those applications, correct?
That is the procedure, yes.
And in those applications is a narrative or summary of the case.
That is correct, yes.
So someone at the Department of Justice had to know about Fast and Furious for the T3 to ever have been approved, correct?
I just can't comment. I don't know that there was a T3.
If there were a T3 approved in Fast and Furious, and there were, the Department of Justice would had to have known about it, correct?
I'm going to leave that for your own investigation, sir. I'm just not going to comment.
Madam Secretary, my point on Fast and Furious is that there weren't just problems. It was flawed from its inception. Any investigation that countenances gun walking across the border is flawed in its inception. So what I take offense at is when the Attorney General and others on the other side of the aisle say that only when problems became apparent. This investigation was a problem from the very beginning. I'm going to ask you one final question because you mentioned twice this was an ATF investigation. It was in fact an OCDETF investigation, which means what as a former U.S. attorney?
Well, it means, and now you're into something I really don't know anything about. Fast and Furious